Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Wednesday. What is going on, everybody? How is your Wednesday going? What is happening? Nerikin's in the house. What's up, Nerikin? Hope you're doing good, man. Hope all is well. Good to see you, man. This was my goal for today was to be first. Were you like did you have like the trigger finger, Nerikin? You're like just waiting to push the button? Achievement, I guess goal achieved. How's it going, man? Hope everybody's doing well today. It is Wednesday, and yeah, I think we have a little bit to talk about. I think. I mean, I'm not really sure what all is going on in the news today. I'm assuming probably nothing really hugely important or anything. So Vincent Pascal's in the house. What's up, Vincent? How you doing, man? $2 super chat. Happy hump day. Just opened to Chase Biz checking. Nice. Nice move, man. Congrats. I don't have a Chase Biz checking account, so I think for the YouTube channel, my business accounts are with US Bank actually. So, but been looking to try to potentially change that as far as like maybe opening a new account or something. So, but yeah, it looks like we got about 10 people in here already. 2 minutes in. Good to see you all. Hit the like button if you've not done so already, please. Good to see you all coming in here. Um, so just kind of a heads up as normal. So I am on call this week. So I go on call in 1 hour. As you all know, I have streamed before while on call, and everything has been okay. Every time I've done it, everything's been fine. I've streamed in my normal time. However, just saying, I am on call. So knocking on wood that I do stream for the entire 2 hours that I normally stream for. Also, too, we are under a tornado watch right now, and there's some spicy weather developing. I am watching the sky through my skylight here, so I am kind of also paying attention to the weather as well. So, but just giving you all the heads up about what's going on. So, you all are used to my being on call. So, like I said, hopefully, again, you know, nothing happens. Hasn't so far, but I'm sure it's because I said that it'll happen today. So at any moment after 1 hour, if that phone there goes off, I have to abruptly end. So just giving you all the lay of the land for today. What's up, Tulare? How you doing, man? Good afternoon, good evening. Hope you're doing good, man. $40 bonus after depositing 2K and making 5 debit transactions. Basically, do as Anthony Venture does, buy 5 bananas. The Chase business, really? That, huh? That seems like a really easy bonus to hit. I have to take a look at that. I mean, that's like really easy to hit. So I don't know, Vincent. If you have a referral link, I might have to do that because I'm working the Chase personal business account, a business checking now. So I finished a couple of bonuses earlier this year, working on the Chase one now. So I need a new one. So might have to be hitting you up for that. Oh, background. What's up, background? How you doing, man? Chase people are not having a good day today. Yeah, there's some stuff going on for sure. Took Chase long enough. Jimmy, what's up, Jimmer? I keep saying Jimmy every time I see you. Jimmer, what's up? Yeah, Marcus, what's up, man? Happy Wednesday, sir. Hope you're doing good. I think it's a wonderful Chase day. Lithium. I don't know. I'm not sure how Lithium really feels about what's going on. Filmo, my brother from another mother. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope all is good. Chase Preferred Update has been in the news. Yes, it has been in the news. I honestly didn't know about it until I know it happened this morning, but I mean, I work early hours, so I was like an hour and a half into my work day when friend of the channel Mike Newland messaged me and said, "Hey, have you seen the news about Chase?" I'm like, "No, what's going on?" And he was telling me a little bit about it. Then I pulled up the information online as I was taking my morning break, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, we kind of knew it was coming, so I guess here we are." So, yep, they are in the news today. And I have had the Sapphire Preferred for 3 years now. So it is an active card that I have. So we're going to talk about it here in a little bit. We're only 5 minutes in. We'll get people in here. I mean, there's already 40 people here 5 minutes in. So crazy to see you all here. I love seeing you all here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you. So even the weather, like the chase chatter, is I mean, yeah, it's clouding over pretty good right now. Like I said, we're under a tornado watch, but I mean, it's Kansas City in June, so it's kind of like, it's a Tuesday, but still, I mean, I have dodged some bullets with weather this year. I had a tornado. I think it was in April, had a tornado pass just north of my house and one pass just south of my house. And then I actually had another storm that came through it was nothing but wind, but I actually had roof damage that I had to get fixed. So, yeah, little, just kind of paying attention. So as we have to, if the Iron Maiden phone goes up, I wish that was an Iron Maiden phone, man. That'd be awesome. But unfortunately, it's my work phone. So, but it's sitting right there. And then my personal phone is down here as always. But let's see here. Yeah, give us some time for people to get in here. Say hello to people. Thoughts on Greg, the frequent miler, getting shut down by city surprised me, to be honest. Um, I'm curious to hear why it surprised you, Sleepy Rod. I'm curious to hear that. My thoughts on it are, so from what I read, from what he wrote in the frequent miler, he basically said, if I understand correctly, if I'm remembering correctly, he said that he knew what he was doing was wrong. He didn't research it enough, and he was basically kind of playing with fire, and he got torched because of it. So props to Greg for admitting that he basically effed up and he knew he was doing something he shouldn't be doing and he got caught. And it is what it is. This is exactly why I do not mess with the banks. That's one reason. No, but the biggest reason I don't mess with the banks and play games is because I'm a single person. I don't have a player 2 or a player 3 or a player 4 yet. It's just me. So if I get shut down by someone, I'm screwed. Someone with different players, they have the opportunity to still keep earning because of their, partners or spouses or girlfriends or their mistresses on the side or whatever. So, but he was playing with fire and he got caught. It is what it is. Travel fan, what is up, travel fan? Thanks for the heads up. Living where there are constantly tornadoes would cause me anxiety. Yeah, I've had, like I said, I've had one pass just north of me where there was trees down a couple blocks away. I had one pass about a half mile south of me, the next storm, and then right about a month before I went to Iceland, I had a storm come through with like a lot of heavy wind, and that's the one that actually jacked up my roof and I had to get it fixed. So yeah, I'm still a little. I mean, I live in Kansas City. You have to be it's like people living in California. It's like you're kind of aware of earthquakes. You're kind of on edge about that, or you're very aware of the situation. So Eddie, what's up, Eddie? I need to text you back, man. You got now that I have your proper phone number. You dig the new updates on the Delta card? Yes, I do. I mean I'm going to talk about Chase here in a minute, but um anytime you add new things and you don't take anything away and you don't raise the annual fee, it's a bonus, man. It's a bonus. And I actually like the updates. Um, one of them I will probably never use, but the other one I will definitely use. I will use it all the time. So I like it. I like the changes. If we have time, we'll talk about it a little bit. The $100 Ryan, what's up, Ryan? Hope you're doing good, man. I think I'm probably way behind on comments already. The $100 hotel credit with no minimum night requirement is very useful. Yep, I have Bill for Hyatt, so not worried about that. Yeah. I totally agree. I think that's definitely a good thing. Like I said, we'll get into it here in a little bit. We're 10 minutes in. We'll get time for people to get in here. Coder, what's up, Coder? How you doing? Hope you and family are doing well today. Wells Fargo and Bilt keep winning by letting the other ecosystems shoot themselves. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I we'll talk about it. I didn't expect one thing to happen that did happen, but we'll talk about it here. The failure that Chase made, just like they did with the CSR, is they updated before Amex did. Now the new classic green will probably be lit because they won't be outdone. Well, to be honest, lithium, I don't think these changes beat the green card. I mean, they're good changes, but the green card's still the king as far as if you're comparing the cards, in my humble opinion. Like, it got a little bit better, but the green card is still better in my opinion. What's up, Nickel? How you doing? Good evening. I just found out the news literally 10 minutes ago. Yeah. Hey man, some days it's like that for me too. I have a job that I have to be like razor focused on all day. So um, friend of the channel, Mike Newland let me know what happened early this morning. So that's how I found out about it. Coder gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Wow, man. Thank you, Coder. Very, very kind. I appreciate you, Coder. Thank you. Thank you. If you just got a membership from Coder, please thank Coder. Very nice person, big supporter of the channel. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Sleeper Rot said, I've seen some pretty bad takes on the CSP refresh. I think the referral bonus is kind of influencing the takes. So I've not watched. So I took a late lunch today because I was in meetings all day, and I've only seen one video, and that was Daniel Braun's video that he did earlier today. He's the only thing I watched, and I was kind of like listening to it in the background while I was eating lunch. So um, yeah, I think his take was pretty fair. So I haven't watched anybody else's yet, though. I don't know who. I'm sure there's probably 15,000 videos already. Ryan plus no other card I have has TSA pre. So this refreshes a win for me. Only misses grocery, not online. Yeah, yeah, we'll go into it here in a little bit. We'll talk about it. But I mean, I have a card that gives me TSA pre for nothing. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, the edition's great, but it's like, there's other things you can do for nothing. So, Quest, what's up, man? Sorry, you're what? Oh, sorry, I'm late. Going to start from 6 Eastern. Good to see everyone. Good to see you, Quest, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the super chat. Very kind, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And then speak of Mr. Newland, man, Mike. Thank you. Very generous, man. Thank you, Mike. Super kind. Thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. Your support means so much. So if you just got a membership from either Mike or Coder, please thank them because their generosity is insane. So thank you again, both of you. I liquidated my former CSP $50 hotel credit 2 weeks too early to go see a Mongolian cover of the Trooper. Granted, it was worth it and dates weren't flexible. So if the dates weren't flexible, dude, then I mean, you can't really feel bad about it if that's how you did it. If your dates were flexible, then you did what you had to do. So Yankee Man's in the house. What's up, Yankee Man? Hope you're doing good, man. Hey John, been enjoying you cover Iceland travel. I know you said you've been 4X. I've been 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. I'm like, I've been MX Gold. Yep, 4 times. Curious if you're considering going to a similar destination in the future, such as Svalbard, Greenland, or Alaska. So I do want to go to Greenland, especially after flying back home this last time from Iceland, and then because again the flight path takes goes over the southern tip of Iceland, and being able to see the beauty of Iceland from the sky. Yeah, it's definitely on the list. Like, yeah, Nook is, yeah, It's definitely on the list. And Alaska's on the list too, for sure. In Alaska, just because I want to go to all 50 states. So yeah, obviously I have to go to Alaska too. But yeah, Greenland's definitely on the list for sure. Stream got Newland and Stream got codered as well. So and codered. Background says the Bay Area is in a heat wave, 90 plus Fahrenheit for the next few days. Yeah, we were at 92 yesterday. So, I mean, which is typical Kansas City weather in June. So it's nothing to write home about. Hi, Stacy. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you on Joe's live last night with the other ladies. I hope that you were able to pick up some subscribers to your channel. Um, yeah, it was super cool to see you. And actually like see you kind of just like talk. So it was really cool. I'll take earthquakes any day over tornadoes. Wildfires are a different story and more like your tornado. Yeah. Yeah. Wildfires are so while I feel like wildfires are very much like tornadoes. They're just completely unpredictable. You don't know. So yeah, Mike is just amazing. So is Coder. Like just I all I can say is thank you. The fact that he didn't include regular grocery says how disconnected they are. Yeah. Yeah, we're about 15 minutes in. We'll start getting into it here in a little bit. We got almost 60 people in here. We do have 60 people in here already. Okay, well, we're going to get into it here in a minute. Quest, man, thank you. I appreciate. No, Quest. No. I appreciate your time. Okay, because you don't have to be here. So thank you. I appreciate your time and everybody else's time in here because you all do not have to be here. No one has to be here. So I should be thanking you, and I just did. So thank you, man. Charvicio, what's up, Charvicio? Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. The only downside of the CSP change is the Hyatt nerf. Everything else is better. Okay. I know I'm pretty. Oh, I'm not too far behind on chat. Okay. Well, we're going to dive in. Let's dive into Chase. We're going to dive into the 500-pound gorilla in the room, which is obviously the changes to the Sapphire Preferred card, which again, I do hold. It is an active card. Let me share my screen so that you all can follow along. And I'm just going to, as usual, I go to Danny the Deal Guru is usually my go-to for information. So if I can pull it up here, why is it not showing? That's weird. Let me try it again. Technical difficulties. Hang on a second. Well, it is not coming up as an option. Okay, that's interesting. I am not sure why. One moment, please. We're doing it live. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay, let's try this again. Well, it is not going to let me share. I do not know why. I've had this trouble once before too, and it won't let me share. So, okay, so I'm just going to go over it with you, okay? Because I can see it here, but for some reason the screen it won't share for some reason. I don't know why. But to not delay any further, and yeah, we got 55 people here. So Sapphire Reserve changes coming soon, to June 15th, with no change to the $95 annual fee. But one of the main changes on the card is negative, as the transfer ratio to World of Hyatt is dropping from 1-to-1 to 4-to-3. Okay. I'm going to go through this and then I'll give you my thoughts. And all right, screen, stop. Okay. So for the enhancements, new and existing card members will have access to these new benefits on June 15th, 2026. Sapphire Preferred cards, accelerated earning power will be strengthened by the addition of 3x points on gas and EV charging, plus 3x points on vacation homes at top brands like Airbnb, Vrbo, and more. Card members will also receive a $100 Chase travel hotel credit Each account anniversary doubled from 50, obviously. To help ease travel, card members will receive a credit up to $120 toward global entry, TSA Pre, or Nexus every 4 years. And with the addition of emergency evacuation and transportation coverage, the card will now have the most comprehensive suite of travel protections in its class. Also, they're going to throw in a year's membership of Apple TV when activated by December 31st. So they're going to give, so let's see here. So the new obviously is the gas and EV charging. Also the 3X on vacation homes and top brands, which is interesting. Obviously everything else stays the same, right? The 5X on Chase travel purchases, the 2X on all other worldwide. So whatever the 5X does not cover, 2X on everything else under the travel category, which is it's a pretty generous category by Chase. 3X points on dining worldwide, including takeout and eligible delivery. Okay. 3X points on top streaming services. What about the bottom streaming services? Why not them? 3X points on online grocery purchases, 5X points on Lyft rides through September of 27, 5X points on eligible Peloton equipment. Okay. Yep. So all that's the same. Then 1X and everything else. And then the hotel credit again goes from $50 to $100. The most comprehensive, see here, so the protections include now emergency evacuation and transportation coverage, which it did not have before. And I think that coverage, if I remember correctly, is up to $100,000, I believe, of coverage. The global entry coverage now for the global entry fee or TSA Pre or Nexus fee is new to the card as well. And that looks like the Dash Pass membership is staying. And then, of course, the negative changes are, of course, everybody's forgotten about the the 10% anniversary bonus benefit that's being discontinued. That was mentioned some time ago. And then of course, the changing of the ultimate rewards being able to be transferred to World of Hyatt goes from 1-to-1 to 4-to-3, which that stinks. So I'm probably well behind on chats here. So here's my take on this. Chad is in the house. What's up, Chad? How you doing, man? Just making sure I'm not missing. Okay, here we go. So, I think overall, the changes are good. And so again, anytime you're adding something to a card, whether it's a card that I like or don't like, anytime you're adding things to it and you're not, so not only are but also you're not taking things away and you're also not changing or upcharging the annual fee. So the annual fee stays the same. They did not remove any credits or anything on the card. They bumped a few up and they bumped up a couple of earning, they included a couple of new earning categories. So I think overall, the changes are great. Like I said, the nerfing of Hyatt sucks, but I think that trend is actually, I think that's going to actually be a trend. We first saw Citi do it, right? We first saw Citi say, yep, if you have some of the lower tier cards, you're not transferring to a lot of our partners 1-to-1, including American. Like you have to have the Strata Premier, the Strata Elite to be able to transfer 1-to-1 to all of our partners or most of our partners. So they started that trend, and now Chase is kind of with that. Chase is saying, yeah, we're going to jump on that bandwagon. We're going to make some changes to this card, but we're going to also nerf something. And of course, they are nerfing the one transfer partner that everybody talks about, right? Everybody talks about Hyatt. You really don't hear anybody talk about any of the other transfer partners. You hear a smattering every now and then of Southwest once or twice a year. You'll hear someone talk about United once or twice a year, but that's it. Like no one talks about. And actually, I have transferred all of my UR points have been transferred to JetBlue over time for my Iceland Air flights. So I haven't transferred any UR points to any of those partners. So for me, it's not a needle. Again, I've said before many times, I've never stayed at a Hyatt, and it's not because of any negative feelings toward Hyatt or anything else. It's just that I haven't stayed at them because I haven't needed to. Um, I have other options and other preferences just because of my history with them. So, and those being Hilton and Marriott. Um, so I've never stayed at one, so it doesn't affect me. But for the people that are huge Hyatt fans, this is definitely a nerf for sure. But you could kind of see it coming because of what City did and what City's done recently. So I think it's going to be a trend myself. Um, adding the hotel credit. Okay, great. Yep. $100 credit. Sweet. Cool. I think that's a good thing. Definitely a good thing. The global entry TSA pre, I think it's cool to have that on a $95 annual fee card. I think having that be a thing is good. But again, I've got that for free on the Fidelity Rewards card. And obviously, a bunch of other cards I have annual fees on do come with it also. But there are also free options as well. So is that a big thing? I mean, it's a good thing to have on the card for sure. The gas and EV charging, I think that's great. Having a gas and EV charging category is awesome. I think that is something it's probably should have had for a long time, and it finally does. Um, I'm a little bit surprised they didn't change the grocery category from strictly online to, you know, all encompassing. A little bit surprised by that. So that is a disappointment, but I mean, online groceries it's a thing. I mean, you can still do it. So that's a little bit of a disappointment. Um, and of course, the Dash Pass thing staying the same. Okay, cool. I mean, I would say overall, the changes are very much a positive, in my opinion. But again, I can see how the the staunch Hyatt fans would be upset. So I totally get that. That's basically my take on the changes to the card. So, and I know I'm probably well behind. So let me see here. Vincent, I've been driving more in the past year, so 3X gas is a welcome addition, but I might be using an Air Canada lounge soon, and CSR helps you get in. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I work from home. I might spend $20 a month on gas. So a gas multiplier isn't a needle mover. Now, if I was someone that owned a business that was, driving, you have a fleet of trucks. I'm looking at you, Mike. You're spending, thousands of dollars a month on gas. So that is definitely a needle mover. Or even someone that has to commute. Like I said, I work from home full time. I have basically since COVID. But I know a lot of people have to commute now, or a lot of people have to commute, a few days a week. Maybe they are hybrid, or maybe, but I know a lot of companies are fully back in the office now. So that driving commute, definitely a needle mover for those folks. Sleep Rod. I just think a lot of creators are dancing around the fact that you have to now pay $700 to transfer one-to-one to Hyatt. Yep. Not even Amex has done that with a transfer partner at this point. That is very true. That is very true, Sleep Rod. Um, I, I mean, I haven't really talked about it till now. So, but yeah, you do have to have a $700. I mean, $800 card, right? With the CSR. Marcus says, as an admitted city lover, am having both my daughters each have a free city strata, get the Sapphire preferred. Each card with great travel and purchase protections and no FTFs. Good second eco. The with the bump up of the travel protections of it now having basically the same protections as the CSR does for no increase in annual fee, like it's I mean I it definitely makes the card more valuable to me. Um, in my mind, whether but no matter how I feel about it, it still makes the card more valuable because of that perk. Like I said, Chad's in the house. Chad is boarding a flight back to PBI right now. All right, man. Chad is traveling and watching at the same time. What's up, Juan? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Yep, Chad's all over the place. Let's see here. Coder says the CSP is probably a better card for non-gamers, but much worse for gamers, in my opinion. It also just happens to come right before the CSR downgrade timeline as well. Yeah, that is interesting as well. Yeah, man. Safe travels, Chad. Hope you're doing good, brother. Link is here. What's up, Link? Just saw got a gift of membership in my email. Thank you to whomever did that. Yeah, it was either Coder or it was Mike. It was either Coder or Mr. Newland. So, um, and I think it was actually Mike. Now I'm looking. It was Mike Newland. Chase just obliterated CSP for all them Hyatt fanboys. Yes, they did. Going from 1-1 to 4-3 sucks. That's not good news. The change to this have I preferred make it pretty obvious Chase wants you to hold the preferred and reserve card. Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, the last 18 months of all of these banks making these changes, like they want you to have their cards and they want you to use their cards and any combination of those cards. So so yeah, they are forcing you. See process. When we look at it is Chase just increased the excise tax to transfer 1-to-1 to Hyatt by $700. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. Although it's not good, but that's a good way of looking at it. My daughters are under strict orders to not use any points without checking with dad first. Oh man, Marcus, you better tell them, better show them. Like, don't. If this says redeem, do not do that. If anytime anything comes up for redeem, say no. Just say no. Chase couldn't throw a Sapphire Lounge pass at us. If they were going to do that, they would raise the annual fee then, Filmo. There's no way they would do that on a $95 card. There is no way they would bump up the annual fee to do that. Would you, to Filmo from Vincent, what would you drop from the Sapphire preferred in order to get a Sapphire Lounge pass? Yeah, there would have to be something. And I kind of feel like too, like they're adding all these benefits to the card and anticipating people, jumping on it, and then everything's going to Hyatt. They had to devalue the point. They had to devalue the card as far as the transfer partner of Hyatt stands. So they had to devalue it. There's no way. That's the only way they could have. That's in my mind. I don't know the math, but in my mind, to make all these positive changes to the card, they had to do something to nuke it in order to not raise the annual fee. And that was what they did. They had to devalue Hyatt. That's the only way they could have done that. What's up, AS1234? How you doing? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Stinky Monkey Baby is in the house. Now the world is right. Chase is going to do a 25% transfer bonus to Hyatt for CSP holders that act like they are us. They're doing us a big oh man, that had better not happen anytime soon. Although they could, they're going to think that, oh, people are going to want to get the CSP then. Because I kind of wonder too, like, they're like trying to push people to the CSP too. Like, this is another method of pushing you to a card they actually want you to get. Phil says to Vincent, I'm dropping the whole card. I was just wanting more. Phil wants more for nothing. Darn it. I'm sure now with changes on CSP and separating itself from the CSR, there will probably be an elevated sub. To on the CSP, yeah, there could be. Isn't there one now, or is the 75K that I saw, is that the new 60K? So I know it's been 75K for a long time, it seems like. It seems like it's been months now. And I've had the card for 3 years, so oh, I've always cared far less about point redemptions in hotels than flights. Yeah, I'm the same way, Quest. After my experiences with, and I love Hilton as a brand, love their properties, but after going through all the stuff I've gone through with their points in the last 12 months to 18 months, yeah, all my points are for flights. I will pay cash for hotels. I will gladly pay cash for hotels. I've gotten some great hotel upgrades. You've seen, yeah, you have, man. That one was that Fairmont was really nice, man. That was super nice. I'm about to have 300K Hyatt points. Anyone want to go to Kentucky with me or wherever Hyatts are located? Yeah, the Hyatt, the one downside to the Hyatt footprint is that it's pretty small. So that's the one downside. So transfer your points to IHG. That is another option, Vegas. That is another, because I kind of feel like, in a way, I kind of feel like IHG is sort of the new Hyatt, right? In a way, because how many creators, well, no one was really talked about IHG until what, 12 to 18 months ago? Like nobody was. And then all of a sudden they're the cat's meow. So I kind of feel like IHG is sort of the new Hyatt now. Quest says my daughter at 11 has only been on a few dozen flights since she was 10 months old, but more than half have been in premium cabins. Doing it right, Quest. That's the way to bring her up. It's like, I'm not, no garbage flights for my kid. We're doing it classy. Coder says, honestly, the 10% bonus removal mostly offsets the multiplier. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think you're right. Oh, Dim's in the house. Now we have to behave ourselves. We got it. Dim is here. So good evening, man. How you doing? Just popping in to say, yeah, I know you're kind of busy tonight, Dim. So all good, man. I appreciate you saying hello. Holy crap. I haven't seen this dude in a while. Happy Tom. What's up, man? Good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. Hope you and family are doing well, man. Quest, she's always excited to fly, and she wants to be a pilot for a living. Good if you have genes for better than 2010 vision. And yeah, yeah, you have to have really good vision to be a pilot. So, um, yeah, they have fairly strict guidelines. So, Boxes, what's up? Doing a bunch of paperwork, but listening. It's all good, man. All good, sir. And I'll say, even though I don't have the CSP, I kind of want it now. That's all. 75K offer right now on the Chase website, man. But I know you. I think you've kind of been in the doghouse with Chase too, though. Trail Run Tony. I don't think I've seen you trail run. Good to be here. So I appreciate you being here, I should say. Hopefully it's good that you're here. So thank you for showing up, man. I appreciate it. I don't hate the changes. 3x gas and vacation rentals doesn't really move the needle for me on getting that many more points, but I'll take it, especially when the annual fee stay. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, is this a needle mover for, I would say this is not a needle mover for those of us that are more, and I hesitate to call myself this, but those of you that are like super high advanced in the game and all that, I don't, this is not a needle mover. My take is everybody's the high advanced people in this game. The first thing that people saw was high going from 1 to 4 to 3. Oh crap. Like everything else is nice to haves, but it's like, does it move the needle? Not really. Not really. But the fact that they did make a lot of positive changes and not raise the annual fee, I think is a good thing. But I think that the only way the annual fee did not increase is because they made changes to Hyatt going back to 4 or going from 1 to 1 to 4 to 3. That's just my opinion, though. Discord DM, please. Uh-oh. What's up, James? How you doing? Hope you're doing good, sir. Hope all is well. Good to see you, my friend. Getting rid of the 10% bonus means that the card gets less points for folks that work from home or just have low gas spend. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm, I'm right there with you because I work from home. So, and my gas spend is, I will say this, I spend more gas when I travel and get a rental car than I do at home. So, Tony says if Hyatt had a bigger footprint, I might be more disappointed though. Yeah. Yeah, the big issue is Hyatt's footprint and depending on, where you're going to. Hyatt's not in a lot of smaller towns in cities, so their footprint is not it's not nearly as robust as like a Hilton or IHG or Marriott. Everybody saying hello to James, Mr. James. Curtis says, if I owned a driving business, I'd get the business. Yeah, if the business goal would be, yeah, business goal would be fire for, yeah, same. If I owned a driving business, it would be that card would get a workout so much. LG's in the house. What's up? How you doing, man? How you doing, LG? Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. We're only 41 minutes in. It's all good, man. Appreciate you being here. You're here when you're here. Okay. It is. I appreciate it though. Thank you. No way, Jeffy says, I'm still surprised Chase allowed the Bilt Hyatt transfer partnership. Yeah, I guess I kind of wonder what conversations, if any, were had at all about Hyatt exclusivity with anybody. I mean, Hyatt's been a partner with Bilt for a little while now, so I'm kind of surprised. Chad says, get ready to hear all the creators start glazing Bilt for having Hyatt as one-to-one partner. They're going to have to find a new bandwagon to push referrals. Yeah, I can see Chad. I mean, I can easily see the litany of videos coming the next couple of days. So I agree with that. I am Wheels is here. What's up, Wheels? How you doing? Hope all is well. Ooh, a familiar face I've not seen in a while. Mr. Matt Clausen's in the house. What's up, Matt? How you doing? Hope you and the family are doing good, man. Much longer. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah. Who knows really? This is what's good. Yep. Chad's a man of the people. Chad's traveling as we talk. So Kevin from Duval's here. Wonder if the same thing happens with Hyatt and Bilt in the future where the Obsidian gets nerfed for Hyatt transfers. I would say it's possible. I would say I wouldn't, if the trend is moving in the direction of the banks are going to have, lower tier cards, whether it be, low annual fee, we're going to give you some extra perks and stuff. But we're going to nerf some of the benefits like a transfer partner. Like I said, City started it. Now you have Chase. Who knows? Bilt could do the same thing. They could nerf the Obsidian and say, hey, if you want to transfer 1-1, you have to have the Palladium. Matt says, who's to say the Delta will be as wide as it is for a while longer? Yeah. Yeah, we don't know. Jeffy says, Chase doing this to help push that premium Hyatt credit card. That is the Hyatt premium card out yet? I know there was rumor about it, but has it been released? Did that drop today? I hadn't seen it yet. I come to the lives for a Filmo. As you should. It shouldn't be for me. It should be for Filmo. I wish they had raised annual fee instead of. Yeah, I get it. I mean, what would you pay though? What would you pay? Would you pay like 150 or 195 to do that? I'm definitely going to have to book a few Hyatt properties at 1-to-1 by October. The Bill Train bandwagon is about to be a big deal. Yeah. I mean, if you're banking on using the preferred, you're going to have to do something. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, at least it's still, I think, sorry, Ryan. Yeah, at least it's still not until October for existing card members or card holders. I remember long ago that Franny would respond to me after I ask, "Is X available?" It costs dollars. Third, uh, so Daddy gets you in the heart every time, huh? Daddy gets you into feels. AB Shoes and hope I pronounced that right. AB Shoe. Hope you're doing good. Hope all is well. Don't think I've seen you before, so welcome. My annual fee refreshed in April. Does that mean my $50 credit refreshed in April? And if I use that now, will I get another $100? No. So it is card anniversary year. So if it refreshed in April, the $50 credit is there right now if you have not used it yet. If you use it now, you will get another 50. You will not get 100. So if you hold off on it and don't use it, then you will get another 50 added to it on June 15th. Sleep right. I don't think the CSP is for beginners now. Now you have analyzed it if it's better to transfer to Hyatt or cash out your points for paid nights or using points boost. That's not beginner level. You know something though, Sleepy Rod? I want to say that I think the vast majority of people, and I don't have any numbers I don't have any data to support this. This is purely hype. This is purely my thought process. I think the vast majority of people with credit cards, whether it be with Chase or Amex or Capital One or Citi or whomever you want to throw in there, the vast majority of people do one of three things. They use their points as a statement credit on their bill. I know people that do it personally in my life. Two, they book travel in the respective bank's portal, or they cash it out for cash. The vast majority of people do one of those three things. Those of us that actually transfer points to partners and we travel and we maximize the benefits of these cards as much as we can, we are in a tiny, tiny minority. That's just an opinion. I don't know that for a fact, but that's what I think. I said, I hope Bilt does a Hyatt transfer bonus as a slap in the face to Chase. I mean, they could. They could do that. James Tyler's in the house. What's up, James? How you doing, man? Of course. Man. No, thank you for being here. You're very welcome, but thank you for being here. I mean, you being here is what drives this. So Matt says 75 is the new 60. Okay. All right. Man, I must be, I'm a little behind on comments. So sorry about that. Oh, and another thing, I'll put money on it in the future. They 1-to-1 is better transfer will only on the hiring cards or back to work and listening. Okay, back to work listening. Oh yeah. I think the trend is moving to the hiring cards are going to have the 1-to-1s. Like I think we're going to see more. I think we're going to see more of this. I am Will says I just happened to have stopped. I just happened to have to stop in my local Chase branch for work today. Anyone that used the $50 hotel credit will get another, yeah, on the fee. Yep, yep. If you don't use it, you'll just get another 50 added on June 15th. Jose's in the house. What's up, Jose? Don't think I've seen you before either, but thank you for being here. We got 71 people here right now, so awesome to see all 71 of you. Please hit the like button if you've not done so already, so that draws more people in. I always make my grocery purchases at wholesale clubs. For me, a good idea will be to drop 3x online groceries, bump 2x travel, and 3x and keep Hyatt 1-to-1. Have not transferred yet to Hyatt, but still. Yeah, the only way that, and again, this is just my opinion. I don't know. The only way they would have kept Hyatt 1-to-1 on this Sapphire Preferred is if the annual fee went up. There's no way they would have added everything else here and kept it 1-to-1 without raising the annual fee. Their annual fee would have had to have increased. There's no way around that. When Chase changes the transfer ratio for Southwest and United, all hell's going to break loose. I mean, that would be bad. Yeah, if they nerfed Southwest and United as well, that would be bad. Um, I think Southwest is only a partner with Chase, but also, I mean, United is also a partner with Bilt, so there's other options. But yeah, that would be bad. I can say that I've had the IHG Premier since February of 24 before IHG got so much hype. Yeah, like I said, I think IHG is turning into the new Hyatt in a way, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. I think they're becoming the new Hyatt. Nickel asks, "Is Hyatt the first Chase transfer partner that's less than 1-to-1 and hit that like button?" Yeah. Yes, Nickel. Please remind everybody the like button. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I think they are the first partner to be 1-to-1. I do believe. I think so. If anybody knows, Matt would know if he's still here. But I think that's the first one to go below 1-to-1. But this refresh might be changing my mind on whether I want to cancel my CSP or not. I was dead set on downgrading before the refresh. Man, if it works for you, background, it works for you, man. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, I'm like well behind. Jeez, I'm sorry, people. Sorry for that. I am wheels or two I am wheels, so you don't get a full 100 refresh on it. You only get the yes, yep, correct, yep. In other words, best to wait and use the full 100. Yes, agree with that. 100, yeah, use the full 100 instead of 250s. Agreed with that. I've still got that insane grandfathered IHG card. I remember you telling me this. The $49 card, yeah, up to 40K annual redemption for free and Platinum Elite works. Man, dude, I would not cancel that card. QC man, been a member for 17 months. Man, how's it been that long? I think the city CSP will follow and devalue AA transfers. Um, maybe, maybe could happen. Q, it could happen. St. Patrick with a $5 super chat. Man, thank you, St. Patrick. Very kind of you, sir. I'll be I'll be the odd man out, but I like the changes to the CSP. I stay in way more Airbnbs than Hyatt, so I'm loving 3X on Airbnbs and gas. Yeah, see, that's the thing is you don't know you don't know who is going to like something. You don't know who the person is that these changes are amazing for, right? Yeah, and St. Patrick is one of them. He's like, "Oh wow, this is awesome. I like this. This moves the needle for me." And I love hearing that. So that's great, Patrick. Thank you. And thank you again for your very generous super chat, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, wow. Yeah. AB Chu says, hope I pronounced that right. In my opinion, it definitely moved the needle for me since I don't stay with Hyatt. So the extra $50 covering the annual fee is what makes me keep the card. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're not a Hyatt person, like if you've never stayed at one, it doesn't affect you really. Now, I could say that it could affect you down the road though, right? So like if you are happening to look for Hyatts, down the road, then that's where it would affect you. But I mean, right now, if you're not, then yeah, it's not a big deal. By saying hello to Patrick. Ryan says that 10% bonus is like point one. Yeah, agreed. Family travel. John's in the house. What is up? How you doing, John? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well, my friend. Filmo's been a member for 17 months. Also, just a chase ploy to get Filmo to apply for the CSR. Filmo, I keep telling you, man. I I I keep telling you, I think you're gonna have the CSR before the end of the 2026. I see it happening. I see it slowly. You're like a ship in the ocean. You're like slowly gonna turn toward it. Tom says same. Yes. Yep. Agreed. QC Man says Chase still not budging on 3X permanent grocery category. 3X gas is solid, but would have preferred grocery. Yeah. I don't know why that. Yeah, it's interesting. It's curious that they would keep it online only. It's very curious. Coder says, I think if this was a brand new card, people would be really hyped. I could see that, Coder. I don't disagree with you. I think if this was a brand new card that Chase pulled out of their butt, um, I could see people being like, okay, this is pretty cool. This is a decent card. I could see that. Um, I don't know. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, I agree with that. Filmo will deploy. Oh, it's gonna work. I still keep telling Filmo he's gonna have the CSR by the end of the year. Gentleman Explorers in the house. What's up, gentlemen? How you doing? CSR annual fees $7.95 minus $300 travel credit, which matches the Palladium. If you want to keep Hyatt 1-to-1, very true. Hard for me to care about Hyatt since end of Ink Train in the grand entrance of the Palladium, though. Yeah, yeah. You can utilize the CSR by just you pay the $800 annual fee. Obviously, you're paying for it up front, so um, and then you utilize the travel credit. You're paying the same as the Palladium, so that's a good point, Gentleman Explorer. I agree. Happy Tom says, John, disagree on IHG being the new thing in hotels. I think it's Rove. Easy to earn 10x or more and redeem at 1.5 or more. So I don't view Rove as the same as IHG. I understand what you're so as a platform, yes, I agree with you. But I don't view IHG as a hotel chain. They're not a platform where you can book with a whole bunch of different chains, right? So I get what you're saying. And as far as a platform goes, yes, I think it is. I think it's a good platform. Yes, I agree with you. But again, IHG, like I said, IHG is, it's that you're comparing those to other hotel brands. So I find it oddly convenient that the update takes place on the same day that the CSR increased bonus ends, forcing hands. Maybe, maybe. There's a lot of coincidence in all of these things, right? There's a lot of timing coincidences, and it's interesting. It's interesting. I'll say that. Vegas says Chase does have better sign up bonuses with both IHG and Marriott than Hyatt. Yeah, that's true. You can't deny that. Kevin is in the house, hopping in to say hi. I'm currently traveling. I will rewatch. Okay, Kevin, travel safe, man. Hope you're loving Vietnam, man. I appreciate you dropping in, but yeah, watch the replay, man. All good. Thanks for saying hi, though. Eddie says, a little bit off topic, but do you have a feeling that the majority of the content creators don't walk the walk and lie about how they use their cards in point redemptions? Yes. Yep. I do. I feel that way. I feel that a lot of creators talk about stuff. They talk about how awesome something is, and yet they don't ever really talk about doing the things that they talk about. So again, I'm a person that always says, show your receipts, show that you're actually traveling, show that you're actually doing something. Okay, you're talking about how awesome a card is. Are you doing a damn thing with it? Or are you staying at home, afraid to touch grass? I think a lot of creators do that. Sapphire Prefer would be a great single card to have if you're looking for a one card setup. I don't disagree with that, Vincent. I don't disagree. Quest comes in with a $5 super chat. Man, thank you, Quest. Again, thank you. Very generous. Reduced scheduled to keep up profitability. Industry is slammed in the next 18 months. We see redemption deals Wait, industry is slam. I don't. I mean, I think profitability is part of it, but I think the banks are doing everything they can to boost numbers for the shareholders, to boost profitability. And you do things like, oh, hey, we reduced a transfer to a partner of ours by this much. And so we should see this much in savings. But we're also predicting that because of this change, we're predicting, or we're hopefully going to see an uptick in applications for our top tier card, which, will offset, the losses of the under tier card. So I could definitely see that. And again, just as a reminder, it is 6 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock East Coast time. So again, I am on call this week. So I have streamed okay in the past with being on call, but just letting you know, if you hear my work phone go off, that means the stream has to end pretty much right there. So just giving you a heads up. I am planning on going another hour or so, but just giving you a heads up for all of you that know my routine. On call week, if that goes off, I have to end promptly. So, um, 84 people here. Wow. Love seeing you all here. Thank you for being here. I appreciate all of you. I agree, Sharvicio. I think you're right. I know Hyatt was the darling for Chase people, but Chase has United too. Just because United isn't Hyatt levels of good doesn't mean that United isn't good. I agree with that. I mean, I had a good fight with Hyatt, yeah, with United last Christmas coming back home from Iceland. So I mean, great deal. I mean, 30,000 United points for first class. Yeah, why not? I think it was a great deal. Now it was like, like a 1.1 cent per point redemption, but anything above one is great, right? So Kevin says the Sapphire Preferred is not card for me, but the autograph is a great card for no annual fee. I just need to check to make sure that my notifications are turned on just in case. Sorry, gotta check real quick. Okay, we are good. All right. Let's see here. Next here is QC Man. I think a lot of Sapphire normies use the 1.25 or 1.5 boost in the portal instead of transferring. Oh yeah, 100%. They were probably more affected by Chase eliminating the boost than with yes. And I'm probably well behind on comments, but yeah, I agree. I think most people, the vast majority of people, use the transfer portal, or they use their points toward a statement credit, or they cash it out for cash, and that's it. I think a very small percentage of people actually transfer to partners. Again, I could be totally wrong about that, but that's what I think. Jeffrey is in the house. It's been a hot minute, Jeffrey. How you doing, man? Hope all is good, sir. Now I want Chase to bring back my Emirates at 1-1. I don't think that's going to happen. Be nice. I don't think it's going to happen. Polygraph man, Marcus, thank you for the $10 super chat. Very kind, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you, man. The support means a lot. Thank you. Today's a great day for P&M. The overall positive changes to Sapphire Preferred may push others to up their game. Also, the Chase fanboys can put away their antidepressants for a little while. Yeah, I mean, unless, is there a good way to earn a whole lot of MR points? Oh yeah, there is actually. Welcome offers. UR points these days. The ink train's gone. I mean, that's basically been destroyed. Um, the the Sapphire rule and all that stuff. Now you can get one offer in a lifetime and all that. Is there a great way to earn a whole crap ton of UR points now? Is there? Other than you having to be loyal to Chase and put all of your spend on those cards. And if you are a lower spender, then you're not accumulating a whole bunch of points. um, you are getting points through welcome offers. So, unless you're applying a ton of spend, you're not you're not getting a whole bunch of UR points for Hyatt. And at that point, you might as well be using a Palladium card. City had never had the same transfer rates to partners on the no annual fee cards as the Premier and Elite. That is true. You're right. They used to not be able to transfer at all. You are 100% correct. Then added transfers at reduced rates for no. You are 100% correct, John. Yep. Yeah, you had to have the Premier or the Elite to do that. Yeah, you couldn't transfer with the no annual fee cards at all. You're 100% right. Derrickson, I hope I pronounced that right, Derek. Hey, John, first time, long time. Yeah, I see you in my comments every now and then, but yeah, it's good to see you on a live, man. What do you view, in your opinion, as a better transfer partner with Chase now that Hyatt is devalued? Like I said, in my history with Chase, and I've accumulated about 90,000 UR points in my entire lifetime, and that was obviously through mostly, welcome offers, a little bit of spend, but basically welcome offers. Um, I have transferred every single UR point that I have earned to JetBlue for Iceland Air flights. That's been my value that I've gotten. So for me, it's JetBlue for that specific niche reason. But I, I don't think United is a bad choice. Also, too, I get a lot of value from Flying Blue. I have gotten some amazing redemptions from Flying Blue, even this year in not too far off in the future with some Air France business class redemptions. I've gotten really good redemptions with Flying Blue miles for Delta One flights with Delta. Um, I would say my personal go-tos are JetBlue, um, Flying Blue, and if I had to United, those would be the ones that I have used that experience with. Man, it has been a long time, dude. It's been a long time since I've seen you on the stream. How you doing, man? Hope all is good. Family Travel John, 1-to-1 to AA for the Strider Premier. Yes, 100% correct. You're right. CSP got better at CSP got better at what it was, a card to keep UR points alive and transfer them, but a big win for the normies. Yeah, I would say for the normies, yes. 100% agreed. Because I think in my mind, normies are people that will, again, the normies are the people that will transfer, that will book in the portal. They'll use the points for a statement credit, or they'll just cash it out. Like those are the normies in my mind. And I think, yes, I agree with that. Like I said, I think a very tiny percentage of people actually transfer to partners. What would happen if Hyatt becomes a transfer partner of a major program besides Chase or Bilt? Uh-oh. Putting pressure on Filmo now. I've got to get going pretty soon. Always good to see you, John. Also, these knowledgeable friends. Yeah, man. The people that are super knowledgeable are the people in the chat. So I learn from everybody every single day from the people that are in here. So yeah, super, super knowledgeable people. Good to see you too, man. Take care, Quest. Yep, later, Quest. All right, I think I'm catching up on chat. Maybe. Kevin says, I agree with you that other banks will nerf some transfer rates on the $95 annual cards. I also don't care too much about 3X and online groceries because I shop at BJ's. So yeah, like I said, I think online can work for a lot of people. How many people actually use it? I don't know. But yeah, there's also the cases of it's not going to work, right? You're not going to get 3X at a lot of different places because it's wholesale club, because it's Walmart or whatever. Free music is now in the house. What is up, man? I downgraded the CSP in February to the Chase Freedom Visa. I may upgrade back to the CSP in early 2028. So freedom. So free music. Are you saying that these are positive changes for you then? QC, are you a Hyatt guy, John? If yes, did you immediately start sobbing this morning with the news? I am not a Hyatt guy. And again, like I've said before, I have never stayed at a Hyatt, but I have no negative opinion or positive opinion about Hyatt because I've never stayed at one. I have zero experience at a Hyatt. So I am totally agnostic in my opinion. So no, I was not crying this morning. I will say, however, that I feel bad for the Hyatt fans. So I am, empathetic in that way. Lithium, I concur. I have never stayed at a Hyatt and really don't care about that part. For $95, it's a great card now. It was lacking for a while now. It it is it is th- and I understand the Hyatt piece of it is bad news for a ton of people. But overall, the Sapphire Preferred is a much better card now. It just is. Overall, it's a better card. New Again says Chase has been adding vacation rentals to Portal, CSR, 8X is big time. Only other are only other are Ally with rentals and portals, or, the only other one really is Portal One is Portal and Capital One. Okay, all right, yeah, I don't have Capital One, so Filmo $5 super chat, man. Filmo, thank you, sir. If the Bills win the Super Bowl, I celebrate with a CSR, so no chance. I'm still calling it, Filmo. You are gonna have the CSR before year's end. That's what my gut tells me. Better says, I just wish portal bookings weren't so inflated. The price inflation eats into the value of the portal credit. So people say the card pays for itself, but because portal credits is low key sus, examples of the VX and the CSP. I think based on what I've seen, I think some portals are more expensive than others. Now, I stay at different properties than probably a lot of other people do. I mean, I'm a single traveler. When I'm traveling, I'm there to see stuff. I'm not there to stay in the room and whatever. I'm there for the four S's and that's it. So I'm staying at lower end properties. From what I've seen in my experience so far, the Chase portal is prices are elevated. The Bilt portals prices are elevated. I see the portals that I see, the prices that are mostly in line or very close to booking direct are the city portal, is really good. That I've gotten so much value from the city portal. Again, I'm a cash booker. I w I gladly whip out my Strata Elite and pay and get 12x thank you points for every dollar spent on cash bookings. This is a powerhouse of accumulating points because of how I stay and how I pay. Um, so the city portal is pretty darn good. Also, the Delta Stays portal is also those two portals are either really close to or are spot on with every property that I've looked at and compared. Faith in Josh Allen. Fillmore has no faith in Josh Allen, I don't think so. What's up, Jaime? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you and the family are doing well. Take care, Quest. See you later, man. Is it? I think it's Rodell Media. Rodell Media. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you before, so welcome, Rodell, for being here. No, Chase wants you to have both CSR and CSP. Well, yeah, they would ideally like to get two annual fees from you, for sure. Yeah. Iron Wheels, the Hyatt footprint is small, but there are a couple of properties I like to use when I travel to some frequent spots. Yeah, of course. Gonna have to make a CSR or built decision soon. Yeah, that's like me in Iceland. I know properties that I stay at the same one. I have stayed at the same one every time. So yeah, you develop that comfort with if you're traveling to frequent to places frequently. QC man, thank you, man. I appreciate the thumbs up. QC man, thank you for the super chat. Very kind. My beliefs is Chase knows people can game the grocery store by buying gift cards, so they'll keep it online only. Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I mean, I'm sure they see the data on the Chase seeing cash. So, I mean, Chase is not dumb. They know what's going on, right? Everybody thinks they're getting over on the banks. No, you're not. They see exactly what you're doing. And if you think you're fooling them or you're getting over on the man, I got news for you. I have a bridge to sell you that spans the Grand Canyon that I want to sell you for cheap. Yep, 100%. Definitely. Oh, yeah, yeah, 100% agree with that. Is it is it Codrin? Codric I think I pronounced that right. I think I've seen you here before. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. What do you do for work? What do I do for work? I work in cybersecurity. Um, I actually have been in cybersecurity for 6 years now. So, yeah, I'm a cybersecurity analyst. If John gets a call from work, it would be funny to see him turn into yeah, the stream would be ending very abruptly. So, in some people might think it might be rude, but it would have to end like abruptly. So, but let's knock on wood, everybody. Yeah, but with United, you almost need their credit card to get good deals on flights. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're going to get a point. You're going to get less points used toward flights for sure. Yeah, and prices as well. So yeah, I get that. I mean, so it's like Delta holding the Delta cards for the take 15 off. United and Aeroplan are my top two Chase transfer partners. I only transferred to Hyatt twice for Hyatt Place stays. Yeah, I've never been. I've actually thought about, and this is probably weird. I've actually thought about going to a local Hyatt just to see what it's like just an overnight. Just go there, hang out, watch some TV, just whatever, just to have the experience. Chase is cold blooded. Could have put 3x grocery on CSP and capped it at 1K or even $500 a month. Uh, I think they've kept it at online grocery for a reason, though. I think they kept it online, and I don't think Patrick is far off from the truth. Uh-oh. We got Uncle Luke in the house now. Now we got to behave because Uncle Luke's here. So I have to be on my best behavior. What's up, Luke? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well, sir. I think I saw that Luke is going live tomorrow night. I think I saw the notification pop up for me that Uncle Luke is going live tomorrow night. Correct me if I'm wrong, Luke, but I think I saw that. Everybody's saying hello to Uncle Luke. Just finished up Little League. Nice, man. How'd they go, Luke? Got to catch up on your vids, Luke. I'm up past my bedtime, but couldn't resist with the CSP news. Yeah, new again. I know you recently moved, man. So yeah, I appreciate you dropping in for a couple minutes. Everybody's saying hello to Luke. Luke is now the most popular person in the chat. Right now, you have to use shopping portals to get some extra points. Yeah. Yep. Sure do. You got to stack. Stacking is the way, right? Dr. Chris I don't think I've seen Dr. Chris in here in forever. Man, good to see you, Dr. Chris. Hope you're doing good. What I miss, I have 0 Chase cards until the Apple Card switches. We just went over the changes that were dropped today to the CSP. That's all we've talked about so far. So, yeah, we just talked about it, and then everybody's commiserating in the chat about it. So you're saying just a chance? Yeah. Yep, there's a chance. All right, Boxer, take care, man. Jeffrey says, good to see you. I can see Chase announcing CSPs spend 75K, and the bonus is now a Hyatt. I can dream about my Emirates one. I don't know if they would put that on the CSP, but I mean, that would be intriguing, I guess, if they did that. Maybe as an offer on the card, maybe as welcome offer. Like I think if that was going to be done, that the spend 75K would have also been announced on the card as well at the same time. I don't see that being a bolt on after the fact. But hey, what do I know? James in Arizona. What's up, James? How you doing, man? Good to see you, my friend. John, you're right about Flying Blue. Just booked Phoenix to Paris to Bari, Italy, and back all on miles. Yeah, I love Flying Blue, man. I've gotten so much value out of Flying Blue miles. I've I haven't taken advantage of the I think it's the Amex transfer bonus to Flying Blue right now. Or is it City? It's one of the two. I got too many ecosystems. Um, I've got like 140,000 points sitting in there right now that I moved over that I'm going to be booking things with like coming up here as soon as I see flights drop. So I might transfer some more over there, but I get so much value from Flying Blue. I want to get the Apple Card, but not really anymore with Chase going to take it over. They're going to nerf it somehow. It's possible. It's possible. I've stayed at Hyatt Regency Miami on a Saturday night for 12K for one night pre-cruise. I thought it was worth it. Yeah. Like that kind of stuff for like I call that like a repositioning hotel, right? So you're taking flights domestically to reposition for a big flight somewhere, right? I call it like the repositioning hotel. Totally good value there. I agree with that. Vegas says sometimes you can't get a hotel booking with your bank portal, but you can with the hotel booking site. Yes, that is true. I've seen that happen too. World Walker's in the house. What is up, World Walker? Hope you're doing good. I miss the days of when I got in the credit card game in 2015, 2016. It was literally the Wild West back then. Yeah, that was before I was into the game. So that I was back then, I was team cash back and wasn't really thinking about traveling at all. So I really didn't care. But yeah, so based on the anecdotal stories I have heard and read, yeah, it's definitely changed a lot in the last 10 years. Hit that like button. Yes, please hit that like button. I'll get more people in. We got 80 people in here right now watching. So appreciate all 80 of you being here. I love seeing you all. So thank you. What if Hyatt opens up a few spots in Iceland? They do have properties in Iceland, actually, in Reykjavik. I thought you had a built card already. I am going for the Palladium next over City Strider Premier or either Chase Sapphire card. The IHG is my top Chase card, followed by the Boundless card. I do indeed, sir, have the Palladium card right here. And I have the Strider Premier card. And I have this Sapphire and I have the Sapphire Premier card, so or preferred card, sorry. I don't have an IHG card. Hi from Alaska. Calder, awesome, man. And limited service. Awesome, dude. Alaska's so I want to go to all 50 states. So, and I haven't been to Alaska yet, but Alaska is definitely on my list. And what I count by states that I have visited, I count as states I have done stuff in, not states I drove through, not states that I had a layover in, like states I've actually done something in. I've done 30 states so far, but yeah, Alaska's on the list. Uncle Luke says yes tomorrow. Okay, so I thought I saw that correctly. Okay, yep. So Luke is live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern, and Luke's lives are always good lives. So the one time I stayed at a Hyatt was with an FHR credit. It was a good hotel with a good breakfast. Yeah, I'm eyeballing a couple of IHG properties through FHR actually this year. Um, I've got one reserved, but I'm still kind of waiting on something until before I talk about it. But I, it's Luke. Yeah, it's Luke. We all got to behave now because Luke's here, so we can't misbehave. Luke, 7 p.m. Your time is my bedtime. Push your live up to 5 p.m. Luke's gonna change his live time just for you. New Jesse's in the house. What's up, Jesse? How you doing, man? Good to see you, my friend. Tuning in. What is this consensus? What is the consensus? I can't talk all of a sudden on Chase. Which consumer Chase card is better once the new refresh sticks? CSR or CSP? For me, the CSP card is the Sapphire preferred card is the easier card to swallow, and I think it's a more useful card for me in my circumstances. I think overall, for me, overall, my opinion is the changes are pretty positive. Obviously, the one change of Hyatt transfer being nerfed is bad. Um, it doesn't affect me. Maybe it does long term, but right now it doesn't affect me. But I am empathetic to the fans of the Hyatt ecosystem. So I totally understand it. So I totally from that perspective, it sucks. But overall, I think it is the card is a positive. I'm gonna use Chase will nerf the savings account rate that comes with the Apple Card. Maybe. Doing says, yeah, Apple High said definitely going away when Chase gets accounts. Yeah, that could happen. I mean, there's so many other options out there for HISAs. So Bling is in the house. What's up, Bling? How you doing? Happy that got EV charging finally on Chase preferred. Not many EV cards. Agreed. I think a lot of cards are including gas and EV now together. So, um, yeah, it's good to see that, and it's good to see Chase having a card with a a proper fixed, attached multiplier that's not going away. Like it's part of the card now. It's not like the Freedom Flex or the Freedom Flex card. But that's gonna be interesting though, right? Like, is is the Freedom Flex going to keep getting gas rotating categories? Does this change to the CSP affect the Freedom Flex getting elevated 5% on gas? It's going to be interesting to see if that happens or not. CSP Apple TV Plus, nice. Yep, for the next for 1 year. Yeah, you get a year's worth. So it's a nice, which it makes sense because the CSR has Apple TV as a credit category. So, but yeah, it'd be in like kind of a throw in, last second throw in as something to sweeten the deal for a year. Yeah. Does an overnight stay at DTW count as a pianist? No. If you don't, it depends on if you leave the airport or not, Filmo. If you don't leave the airport premises, then no, it does not. John, I love that the setup with the City Strata S and the Chase CSR and the Palladium. Nice. Do you have the Summit too? I do not have the Summit. I do have the I do have what is now the Ascent. But I wish they would have kept this this I love this design of the Alaska card, but I have the Ascent. I do not have the Summit card. Um, I don't see myself getting it. Um, like Alaska's just not in my wheelhouse right now. Maybe that changes down the road, but right now it doesn't really make a lot of sense for me. Um, but I do have the Strata Elite and the Palladium card. So uh, Langley FCU has a high send 5% cashback card. Yep, that is true. They do have that. Jennifer's in the house. Hello, Jennifer. How you? I don't think I've seen you before, Jennifer. So welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Any idea if we will get the $100 credit on June 15th, or do we have to wait till our anniversary date? You think? So the credit as it stands right now, the $50 credit would renew on your anniversary date. My understanding is on June 15th, if you have not used the $50 credit yet, you will get an additional $50 added on June 15th. If you have used it, then you'll just get an extra $50 added on June 15th. I believe that is effective on June 15th instead of the anniversary date. The hotel, yeah, yeah. I knew what you're talking about. I believe it is on the 15th is when it takes effect. CSR all depends if you have other premium cards and can afford multiple premium cards. Yes. Affordability is also a factor, 100%. I think I'm actually all caught up on chats. Do existing CSP cardholders get Apple TV free for a year as well? I believe so. Yes, you do. I'm going through and for some reason I can't share my screen for some reason, so I don't know why. Making sure I read that correctly. Yes, you get complimentary Apple TV subscription for 1 year when you activate it by December 31st. So yes, Izzy's in the house. How you doing, Izzy? Good to see you. Hope all is well. What's your annual fee count, brother? If it's over 2,500, just blink a lot. There. Rush Lock's in the house. What's up, Rush? How you doing, man? Hope all is good, sir. Hope all is well. I saw you. I was in your afternoon stream for a little bit, just lurking, obviously, because I was working. So, but for those of you that don't know, Rush Lock, especially for the new people here, Rush Lock is a friend of mine. Um, Met him. He streams on Twitch, but he also has a YouTube channel. He plays a lot of different games. I met him because of Eve Online. But Rush also plays a lot of other games right now. He's really into Marvel Heroes right now, since that game's been kind of brought back from the dead as a passion project. But Rush's YouTube channel, since we're on YouTube here, um, if you're a geek, then Rush's channel is for you because Rush has all kinds of Lego sets. He's a big comic book nerd, gamer nerd, all that stuff. So, and Rush is kind of like me. He's just like a normal guy. So if you're a geek in any of those areas, go check out Rush's channel. He's got a ton of content on there. So I appreciate you dropping in, man. Hope all is well. And I think I'm all caught up on chats. I am all caught up in chats. So I think we got 30 minutes left. Wow. Okay. So I did want to talk about one other thing, and I can't share my screen. That kind of ticks me off. I don't know what's going on with Restream, but um, I did want to talk about something else real quick, and that is the changes to the Delta cards. Okay, so I'm like for the 2600. Hey, that counts, man. That counts. Oh, Bling asks Rush. Rush now excited. How excited are so people are talking to Rush now? So how excited are you for the changes to the Xbox? Yeah, Rush. Yeah, Rush is a PC nerd. He's a PC nerd. Is it charging? They're still under $50? Probably. Doubles in the house. What's a Chase Sapphire prefer? It's a credit card. It's this card right here. That's what it is. So I wanted to talk about the Delta cards real quick while we have a half an hour, and hopefully things stay as they are. I can't share my screen, but so a few days ago, it was announced that the Delta SkyMiles cards were getting a second check bag for free, or second check bag for free. Obviously the designs have been updated, but also a rideshare credit was being added to one of the cards. So if you didn't see the news, and I'm really pissed that I can't share my screen, but so basically for the gold, platinum, and reserve Delta cards, they added a second check bag for free. Now, this only applies for the card holder. It does not apply to anybody else, just the card holder, which, I mean, that sucks, but it's still, you're still getting something extra. You're getting a second check bag. So that's a positive. Also, they added a rideshare credit. Now I know a lot of you are going to say, but they've had a rideshare credit on the platinum and reserve cards for a while now. That is true. The personal Delta Gold card and the business Delta Gold card now have the rideshare credit. So there's a little bit of a caveat though. So if you are applying for a Delta card, you will get the rideshare credit. The rideshare credit will be available right away as a new card holder. If you're an existing card holder like I am, I don't think I have my business gold. I think it's in another room, but I'm a holder of the business Delta Gold card. The rideshare credit doesn't take effect until the card renewal. Now, I guess I'm lucky in a way because my gold business card, Delta card, renews in July. So it renews in like 20 some days. So I will get the rideshare credit on the renewal. So the second check bag is intriguing. I normally almost always check only one bag though, so it's doesn't really affect me, but it could come in handy in the future. Um, but I use the rideshare credits a lot because if you're traveling at all, and I don't drive my car to the airport, I take a rideshare to the airport every time I travel. So I'm using the ride shares quite often. So the rideshare credit being added to the card, to the gold card, both personal and business, is also a positive thing. And just like Amex did with the gold card, when they made the changes to the Amex gold card a little while back, they did not raise the annual fees on the Delta cards. All the Delta cards annual fees stay the same. So I like these changes. I think adding again, whether or not you are a fan of the cards or not, whether you're a fan of the ecosystem or not, um, I think adding something to cards and not raising an annual fee is awesome. Now Delta has done that twice now with the gold card changes a few months ago and again and now the Delta card. So I just wanted to talk about that too and see what you all think about that. I think it's great myself. Nuga says that Langley FCU 5% is a rotating card and is on Nerf alert, and you must have an account there and can only pay account from their bank account and etc. Yeah, there's like so many, just like Chase has saying that, hey, you can only cash back to a Chase bank account now. You can't do anything. You can't do it with any other bank. All these changes the banks are doing. Yes, Delta time F off CSP. Yeah. Yeah, it's about time you talk about Delta. Screw you, CSP. Who cares? Let's see here. Blinks says John's also curious what changes happen to the MX Gold card. Oh, so the MX Gold card uh, recently had. I'm trying to go off of memory. So they made some changes to uh, the credit on the dining credit. They removed a couple of things. I think one was like gold belly, one was like wine or something like that. And then they added Buffalo Wild Wings for the dining credit to the gold card. They also added God, my memory's so bad. They also added booking you could book rental cars and like cruises and whatnot. So like an expanded travel category for getting 2x on the card. And oh man, I am drawing a blank here. There was something else I'm forgetting. 1 second. Here we go. So they also added Hertz 5-star status to the card with I think it's Hertz Gold Plus to the card as well. And yeah, they added Buffalo Wild Wings and a company called Wonder for the dining credit, and they removed like I said, the thing was wine.com and yeah, Goldbelly, that's what it was. So those were changes that were made to the card. Um, you also now get 5x on MX Travel. So if you are booking prepaid hotels through MX Travel on the gold card, you're getting 5x MR points for that now. Uh, whereas you weren't before. I think before it was like 2x on the card before. Um, so going from 2x to 5x for booking hotels on the gold card. Um, And I mean, those are the big bullet points, and they did all that without raising the annual fee. The annual fee on the gold card stayed at 325. So it did not increase. It stayed the same. So in my mind, they made the gold card better. Um, and again, like I said, they did add a 2X category, like for it's almost like a general travel category. I compare it to like the Chase Sapphire Preferred, like rental cars. I know cruises were called out specifically and a few other things. So those were the changes that were made to the gold card. Going to any of the KC based World Cup matches, maybe, maybe QC man, maybe. Yeah, we have. Yeah, Kansas City is a hub city for the World Cup. Kickball can kick rocks. Yeah, someone's like, I'm done talking about Chase. Delta Gold cards only gets the ride share credit after you pass. Yep. Yep. The pass the no annual fee first year though. Um yes. For new cards, yes. If you hold the card now, you get it on renewal. So but yeah, QC man, thank you for calling it out. That is right. You are 100% correct on that. Love the added value of the Delta Gold cards. I rarely check a bag, but now I can even more rarely check two bags. Yeah. Like I've never checked two bags. I've only ever checked one, but it's nice to have that option now. So to be able to do more if you need to. Vegas says I never check unless they put a gun to my head after a long flight. I don't want to wait 30 minutes to get my bag. Yeah, sometimes the wait for the baggage sucks. It does suck. I'm yeah, sometimes I have to check a bag. Like go to Iceland, I have to check a bag. I have to pack a bunch of thick, warm clothing, and I will have to check a bag for my next big trip coming up, which is France. So in a few weeks. So in those instances, I do check a bag. Texas dogs in the house. I plan on downgrading my business CSR to Inc. Preferred. I will also cancel Inc. Unlimited and move that spin to my Venture X for business. I, I don't blame you, Texas dog. I think that's not a bad plan. Actually, I actually like that plan. Excuse me, only for domestic flights though. Film, yeah, yep, yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's only for domestic flights. 100% right. And the second free Delta check bag will be good for my smuggling side hustle. I don't. Let's not talk about anything illegal, Filmo. Not on this stream, please. That you gotta save that for members only. Oh man, that was funny. But yeah, so that's those are the things I wanted to talk about. But yeah, we can talk about either Delta. We can talk about CSR. I got about 15 minutes left here before I'll call it here. I'm checking one thing as I'm waiting for chats to spool in here. Just looking, not finding what I want. Yeah, okay, not seeing what I want. Okay, it's all right. Yeah, don't, don't blow up your spot, Filmo. Yeah, Filmo, don't do that. It's not good. Waiting over 20 minutes gets you 2,500 sky miles. Yep, that is true. It does get you points. Or in my case, my bag didn't make it with me to Iceland this last trip, and although it was on the flight the next day, so I was without a bag for the day. But yeah, um, Delta was awesome. I was like, I just contacted their chat and said, hey, this is what's happened. Here's my baggage ticket. Here's the information. They're like, oh yeah, John. Yeah, here's a bunch of points and a flight voucher. Sorry about that. It'll be there tomorrow. I was like, okay, thank you, and done. So yeah, there's that too. You get points for waiting longer than 20 minutes. So yeah, so overall, I think overall the changes to the CSP are positive. I don't see it again for the Hyatt fans. Definitely a bad thing happened for sure. Um, but I think overall the changes were pretty good. Source King says Sweden might have a knockout stage game in Kansas City, so I might check out your city. Source King, if you come, let me know, man. I would like to know that. I know some of the teams arrived yesterday. I know Netherlands arrived yesterday. I was trying to think of who else. I think all of the teams are here now. So, but yeah, man, if you do come, let me know. That'd be awesome to see you. It'd be awesome to meet you. When I go from when I go, I thought you said when you go home to Disney. I like to bring an extra bag for churros. Oh, okay, all right. How many Sky Paces did they give you? It was like a flight voucher and like 10,000 Sky Miles. So I love Sky Pesos. I easily, like I said, I get super value from them. So I probably need to get a couple more Delta cards so I can add back because I can replenish my Sky Miles that I used for my Delta One flights in Iceland. I need to replenish my Sky Miles now. Will the Swedish bikini team be there? Kind of doubt it. Kind of doubt it, but MR, welcome, man. Good to see you. Oh, sorry, dog. These Knicks got me stressed. James says I have tickets for a World Cup match in Seattle, flying up there on the 24th. Nice, man. Very cool. That's awesome. Sweden did really well the last time with World Cup was in the US. I remember from when I was a kid. Yeah, it's been a long time since the US has had World Cup games. I'm just impressed that Kansas City has it is a FIFA city, like World Cup city. It's like blows my mind. I think it's super cool. But also like soccer too is kind of big here too. We have two professional teams, so there's there's Sporting Kansas City, and there's the KC Current. So free music. Will you know what teams will play which matches? I tried to buy early Olympic tickets, but you have no idea what teams are playing when you book. I don't know what the brackets are. I know they group. I don't know what the grouping is for Kansas City. I, I know the Netherlands are. I'm just looking to see if I can find anything. Um, Well, see, the Netherlands play Japan on Sunday the 14th. So that game has to be here. So I just don't know how the groupings work. That's the problem. But I hear I'm having similar issues with the Knights. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah. Izzy says, I'm a Park Hyatt customer with no Chase or Bilt cards. Oh, Izzy, you're screwed then, man. You're screwed, my friend. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What is your game plan then, Izzy? If you're a Park Hyatt customer, what are you going to do? Oh yeah, then it looks like on the 20th is when Netherlands plays Sweden. So just as long as we don't it doesn't destroy the grass for the cheap. Nah, they won't. They have the like one of the best groundskeeping crew in the world here. I hate Jack Eichel, but hate the Hurricanes more. So go Knights, I guess. Yeah, I have no I don't know. I have no since the Blues are not in it, I just have no desire to care about the NHL playoffs. So um but my attention's more on the East Coast Hockey League. So because the Kansas City Blades are in the playoffs. CSP is definitely ruining us. CSP is definitely running a sub after this new update goes into effect. All right, Chris. Yeah, like I said, it's really interesting to see who who benefits from and who, like, I guess for lack of a better term, gets destroyed because of a change, right? It's really interesting to see people go, "Holy crap, this is amazing!" Uh, like this really works out well for me now. This is awesome. And then other people are like, "Eh, nah, not so much. I'm good." So it's really interesting to see who's affected and why. So I just find it really interesting. QC Man says Argentina, Algeria will have a lot of folks because this is probably Messi's last World Cup. Yeah, like '94 was Maradona's last World Cup. Yep. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, if you're gonna see that, I mean, you have a chance to you have to if you have a chance to see Messi, you have to kind of do it. So, um, but I think I'm all caught up on chat here. I'm just gonna go through some super chats and whatnot from earlier. I think I know bad Restream cuts it off, but I know Vincent left gave me a super chat right off the bat. Thank you, Vincent. Again, Coder, thank you for your generous uh, gifting of subs as well. Thank you so much, Mike. Again, Mike Newland. Thank you again for your support and your gifted subs as well. Thank you so much. I think Quest had to pop off and go do dad things, but thank you, Quest, for your super chats as well. If you rewatch at all, St. Patrick, thank you again for your $5 super chat, man. It means a lot. Thank you. Um, yeah, Quest, thank you again, man. Very kind and very kind and generous. I appreciate you. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you as well. Thank you again. It's very generous, man. Thank you. You guys amaze me. Filmo, thank you for yours as well. Um, CSR and Filmo's future, I see it coming. QC man, thank you as well, sir. I appreciate your support as well. Y'all just y'all rock. So thank you. Make sure I didn't miss anything. End of the day, the CSP is still a chase car. Filmo, you are a Hyatt fan, but man, you're definitely a weird one, sir. A weird one, my friend. A weird one. I guess that's why we're brothers. I guess we're both weird. FHR or cash, I only stay at in a PH2 uh, 2 to 3 times a year. Other than that, Hilton or Marriott might give LHW a try in 2027. Yeah, yeah. I I am a cash guy, or actually, I've used FHR the most out of any ecosystems um, hotel booking system. Although known as FHR, but I know that there's that the built equivalent with their travel credit. Um, Cities also, like I've gotten good value from Cities ecosystem as well. Their booking portal. Um, but it's that or cash. I'm a cash guy. Oh man, Filmo is very predictable. Yes, Filmo is very predictable, except for when he surprises us that or when he surprises us when he says, "Hey guys, I got the CSR." Yeah, that team is legendary in Sweden. I'll take a third place finish anytime. Oh yeah, that team back then. Yeah, my game plan is probably transfer all points to my wife's CSR. Then I'll open a CSR sometime next year and eventually use Hyatt points with that card. That sounds like a really solid plan, Chris. Especially if you've not had the CSR yourself. I mean, you're kind of not really a double dip, but you know what I mean. You got one CSR, you're getting a second one for you. That is a great plan. Boxer says, so should I go hard on Capital One Miles MR points or hit the sub for the business Hilton? Man, I don't know. I don't know, Boxer. I would like to get the business Hilton, but again, I'm not like hotel points just don't my frustrations with Hilton. Um, if the Hilton business is calling your name, if it's wooing you, I would get it. Sweden versus Netherlands is in Houston, and I've got my tickets all lined up for that. Okay, all right. I did not realize that. Yeah, I don't see the I can see the scheduling, I just don't see where they're being played at, so I'll have to dig in deeper about into it. Too bad you guys can't have Anderson or Darling or even Zlatan this year. That team was great to watch. I don't know. I know Zlatan's name. I don't know the other dudes though. Oh, Filmo. See, right there. 420. Filmo gets the CSR for Christmas. It's gonna be a CSR Christmas for Filmo. Netherlands is my call to win this year's World Cup. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, their home base is Kansas City. Yep. Filmo's gonna do it. Filmo's gonna do it. As long as don't give me a personal card between now and then. Yeah. That's the key, right? That is the key. Boxer can be under negative 724 and Chase still won't approve him. Yeah, man. Mike's in cap one always. I mean, Mike has shown me some really amazing data points on his Capital One point accumulation skills, and I'm just like, I'm wowed by it. Actually, to be honest, Chris says, "You think Hyatt is pushing these changes across other cards like Bilt?" I don't. Maybe. I don't know who. I don't know if it was Chase or if it was Hyatt that were the instigators of, okay, this change needs to be made. I want to say it was Chase, but I don't know that. That's just a guess. Now, if it is Hyatt, if Hyatt's like, whoa, now we're getting too many points submitted to us, we're getting too many transfers, something's got to change. Could I see them doing something with maybe like the Obsidian? Maybe potentially, but I don't know who the driving force was in this. In my mind, I think it's Chase, but I don't know. Going to go hard on that one. Yeah, I'm bottom. Uh-oh. Boxer. Then sounds like you need to tank up on some Capital One miles then. Okay, who do you think is the next ecosystem that's going to be the mover? Normally I'd say Wells, but I get a feeling Chase will get different transfer partners. When you say Chase is going to get different transfer partners, who do you think they're going to get? As far as movers go, I'd say probably Wells Fargo. I'd say it's probably Wells Fargo. Bilt won't have any nerfs. They will just disappear one day. Capital One Shopping Portal will crush Rakuten, especially that you can double dip. Yeah, I agree with that. 100% my thought as well. I mean, possible. It's possible. Netherlands so good, a team made up of a lot of players who couldn't make the Netherlands team, made the World Cup with Karaket. Wow. But I think France will win. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll be seeing well, I guess I won't be, but maybe I'll see a lot of French. Maybe I'll see a bunch of French celebrating when I'm over there in a few weeks. Capital One Champion Portal can definitely get you a lot of points even without using their cards. Yeah, I really need to. Like I said, Mike has shared a lot. I'd say a lot. Shared some data points with me that if things that he's been doing, he utilizes the Capital One portals so much. It just blows my mind how much he's able to accumulate so quickly. Brolin was the stud on the 94 team. We could use a player like him right now. Yeah, I just don't know a lot of these names. Wait, how do you double dip with the Capital and Rakuten? I think that was a Boxer question. So Capital One and the shopping portal will crush Rakuten. So basically, Capital One and the Capital One shopping portal, I think, is what was referred to. But yeah, you can't. But what you can do, for example, you can use the Capital One portal and pay with a VX. Yeah, I figured you were talking about strictly the Capital One card and the Capital One shopping portal. Yeah, I really need to look at the Capital One portal more. I think I looked at it once, like 6 months ago, maybe. Like a brief moment, and then something else happened and lost my train of thought and have never gone back to it. So, but no, we're at 2 hours already. Like the time just blew by so fast. Yeah, so I'm gonna call it here. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. Love you all. Thank you for the amazing support that you all give me every stream and in my videos and whatnot. Um, it truly means a lot. And I know I say thank you a lot, but that's just how I was raised. So I'm going to keep saying thank you. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your time and the support. It truly means a lot. Now, please be good to each other, okay? And please be respectful, okay? And it's okay to agree to disagree, and we can still be friends. And until next time, bye for now.